All right, let me let me check the feed. See is this pulled up, and we'll get right after it. Is this pulled up, and we'll get right after it. All right, we live. Okay, so let's let this introduction play, and we'll get into the meat of the lesson. All right.
To adopt a new company brand to encompass everything that we do. To reflect who we are and what we hope to build, I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Black Mirror. Hey, and welcome to Connect. Today, we're going to talk about the Metaverse, starting with the most important experience of all, connecting with people. Imagine you put on your glasses or headset and you're instantly in your home space. It has parts of your physical home recreated virtually. It has things that are only possible virtually. And it has an incredibly inspiring view of whatever you find most beautiful. Privacy and safety need to be built into the metaverse from day one. You will get to decide when you want to be with other people, when you want to block someone from appearing in your space, or when you want to take a break and teleport to a private bubble to be alone. You're going to be able to bring things from the physical world into the metaverse. Lots of things that are physical today, like screens, will just be able to be holograms in the future. One part of this is Horizon Home, which is our early vision for a home space in the metaverse. Horizon Home is the first thing that you'll see when you put on your Quest headset. Today, there are already a bunch of options to choose from, and in the future, anyone will be able to create one. We've just called it home until now because it's been missing something very important: people. Soon, we're going to be introducing a social version of home, where you can invite your friends to join you as avatars. You'll be able to hang out, watch videos together, and jump into apps together. Then, there is Horizon Worlds, which is where you can build worlds and jump into them with people. Horizon is designed to make it possible for everyone to create, and we're already seeing people build some really interesting experiences, from creating new games together to throwing surprise parties in VR that family and friends around the world can join. Over the last year and a half, a lot of us who work in offices have gone remote. And while I miss seeing the people I work with, I think remote work is here to stay for a lot of people. So we're going to need better tools to work together. Let's take a look at what working in the metaverse will be like. Imagine if you could be at the office without the commute. You would still have that sense of presence, shared physical space, those chance interactions that make your day all accessible from anywhere. Now imagine that you have your perfect work setup and you can actually do more than you could in your regular work setup. And on top of all that, you can keep wearing your favorite sweatpants.
I heard that you make these things that way addictive, so that you can't take your eyes off them. Well, job done. Bit of user feedback for you there. Maybe factor that into your next update.
I'm so sorry. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Our whole platform, I swear to God, it was like some fucking Vegas casino. We sealed off all the fucking doors. They got a department. All they do is tweak it like that on purpose. They got dopamine targets. And there's nothing I can do to stop it. I started it. There's nothing I can do to fucking stop it. I'm like some kind of fucking bullshit front man. Fuck it. I quit Metaverse. That's it. I'm out.
Shut up.
No, wait.
Shut up. I don't give a fuck what you do now. Beat yourself up or fucking roll a victory lap. I don't care. I just wanted to sing with peace.
All right. All right. Shalom, Akyum.
Shalom.
Right. GMS Charlotte, GMS Dallas, back at you with another live lesson. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shai. And before we get started, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. All right.
Shalom.
So I'm the brother ICR. I got the brother from Dallas, the brother Sha'ar with me. You know, we were discussing, you know, this lesson here, talked about it all week, you know what I'm saying? And we wanted to go into this thing dealing with the metaverse, all right? This false reality, this false blessing, all right, that this devil is trying to establish on the left hand, all right? Because really this is the snare of the beast, okay, that's upon us, all right? The scriptures go into that on how the image of the beast is speaking, all right? Because we're coming into what? A transcendence, a transformation, a new digital world, man. All right, which is going to be a snare and a trap upon the planet. Okay, because remember this, as the scriptures talk about the lying miracles and all of that, you know, those lying wonders, people are going to get wooed off that and get drawn in, as me and the brother was discussing, you know. So we got more video clips we want to play. We're going to actually play another clip and just kind of do commentary, grab scriptures, because this next clip we got is real heavy. All right, just to feed the sheep, the lambs, and give you an idea of what we're talking about, because we just wanted to go in depth with the scripts to show you the times that we're living in, man, that this man is coming full-fledged with this sorcery, these enchantments, okay? Brother was going into the whole Black Mirror ordeal. A lot of you brothers out there that seen the Black Mirror episodes, really, hey, that was just a foreshadowing of what's happening right now with this metaverse, man. You know? Right. And brother, if you got anything you know, speak on, you know?
God, I got a precept real quick.
Yeah, you got it, brother.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Least Satan should get an advantage over us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
You got it,
and
bro.
Obviously, and obviously that us is pertaining to the believers, all right? The elect, Lord's will of that number, all right? But the scriptures even goes into how he would even go to the degree of deceiving his very elect, but it's not going to take place. And as the brother was making mention going into this whole metaverse ordeal, you know, what this ultimately is as we were talking about, just part of the image of the beast that's being constructed and being orchestrated, just as you have the Tower of Babel that existed back around the time, all right, with Nimrod and such. And what they do, even with these idols that they had back then, all right, you know, they were made to literally draw you in or reel you in. And that's even where you get the word entertain from. All right. That word entertain goes into being drawn in. I believe in the Latin it's pronounced ente ternere, you know, to means to draw forth. And they use this technology to woo you and make you wonder after the beast, to make you want to actually get involved and be part of this. And that's as the brothers going into with this whole world, all right, this artificial world that they're creating. All right. Because ultimately it's for them to want to comfort you. All right, to take you away from the true source of comfort, all right, and to get you to follow them and say, this is the true comfort right here. You know, you got it, bro.
Can I add on to you? I want to make two more precepts before we play. Can I add on Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 12, just to add on to the point you made, because like the brother Sha'ar was saying, that this whole metaverse thing is set up to draw you into that trap, all right, to trap you into this beast system, right? You got that?
Oh no, you got to bring a preset.
Okay, I got you. All right, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 12, and it reads, Ecclesiastes 9 and 12, it says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. And we're in that evil time. Okay, and this whole fake reality, this fake blessing that this man is coming with, okay, this is part of that evil snare that's going to trap the world, man. Okay. They showed you in those Black Mirror episodes how they had to tap into this false reality through that mark they had. You know, they basically had them chipped up. You know, and within that whole arena, Esau trying to control your thoughts, your body functions, He's going to be able to control your life, which we're going to get into that, man. But this all is part of that evil snare, that trap that's set up, man. All right.
That's
Got one more real quick. Okay. Revelation 13 and verse 8. We always bring this out. Okay. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 8, and it reads, it says, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him. Okay. So like the brother Sha'ar was saying, all these people, they're going to worship and bow down to this system, this beast system. All right. And the hymn, going back to Esau, right? It says, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. So that's 2/3. That's these heathen nations and these Edomites, man. They're going to all submit themselves, all right, to this beast, this system, this trap, you know? Just want to make that point. You got anything up?
Nah, beautiful, man. You got it, bro.
All right, we're going to play this clip. And like I said, we're going to play this clip here. This one is heavy. And we're just going to stop and go make commentary, bring out the scripture. Lord willing, everything is edifying, man. Because, hey, this is that time, man. All right? The image of the beast is speaking, right? Okay. Matter of fact, let me get this too, Salakia. We was talking about this as well. I'm going to pull this out. That word, the etymology for meta.
Oh, yes, right. Here's you. Yep.
Pull that out. Okay. So I was looking up the etymology of the word meta. Okay. And it says meta. It says word forming element of Greek origin, meaning one, after, behind, among, between. Definition 2, change, alter. You see, and the energy in this world has been about what? Change. Okay. Mm-hmm. Change. Things are about to change. We're coming into a new system. All right, etc. It says changed, alter, higher, beyond. From Greek meta, jumping down, it says the third modern sense, higher than, transcending. You see, overarching, dealing with the most fundamental matters of is due to misinterpretation of metaphysics. So what we getting into, as I was saying, we're dealing with what? The transcendence, the transformation. All right, into what? This new digital one world that we're coming into, man. Okay, this is all part of it. They're saying that we're going to it. Basically, Esau is trying to transcend his kingdom, take it to another level. You know, which is all falsehood. It's all enchantments. It's all sorcery, man. It's all satanic, etc. You know.
Khan. If I may add to that,
you got it, bro.
When you because you went into that was a beautiful definition going into it, and what stands out of many things was how you worded it, transcending. You know, and that's exactly what this devil wants to do, because you know the scriptures goes into how his pride has reached the heavens. Mm-hmm. He's exalted as the eagle. All right, and ever since you have what was called the Industrial Revolution around the 1800s, that was a crucial technological advancement of technology, where they started building cars and machinery and such, versus the horses and the carriages that was being rode and driven 50-something years prior to that. You know, and then you go into the phase that we're in right now, where everything is also obviously technology, but they even elevated on top of that to make everything based in what they call the cloud. All right. They call it the cloud, the world of the internet, or the internet of things. All right. Where you get, you know, the stream, the websites and such. You know, when the internet came on the scene, that really was a change. All right. A crucial change in Esau's enterprise, to the point where he could actually link everybody together. Yep. And that's exactly how he has it done. So now with this whole metaverse ordeal, they want to put the mind of every single one of you people that are out here in the cloud. Yep. That's a consider it. They want you to they want to transcend past what has actually been there, and they want you to be along with it. And they won't. The way that they're advertising it as such, as we was talking about earlier, makes you want to do it. They make it fun. They make it exciting. They put the games in there and everything. But what they don't understand, or these people don't understand, is you are literally being led, you know, by that snare, to be entrapped in a snare by Satan, man. Yes. Be attacked by spirits, all these different things. All right. And this devil knows this, man. This is witchcraft at the highest bidder.
Yes.
Okay. And that was it on that, brother.
Yeah. That's why in the definition of meta, it said it transitions basically a higher level, you know, and it's spiritual that they want your whole life into this cloud, because essentially who sits in the clouds, you know? So he has your whole life in the cloud trying to be the most high, man, you know, through social media, through Facebook, all these different programs, all these different social media programs. These devils have accumulated everybody's information, personal information, pictures, their life. Okay.
Right.
So this is how this man is able to be God over you, man. He has everything about you, you know, your records, your DNA. Come on, man.
That's right, bro. Man, mind if I bring up this quick precept, really quick? And I know you're going to pull up that video and everything. The last one. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 2, but the main point is at the end of the second verse. I'm going to just start from the top, you know, just to establish it. And it reads, and you had he quickened who were dead in trespasses and in sins. And that quicken means to be brought alive. And we were brought alive through the Spirit. And that was the rebirthing or the renewal of our minds. All right. To see and understand. We've been blessed with the vision to understand what's been taking place before who we used to be. Okay. And it says in verse 2, wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world. Okay. And that course is a pathway, an entrance. It says, according to the prince of the power of the air. All right. And who this prince of the power of the air is generally and ultimately is talking about Esau, Edom. All right. And he's came to the point where he even controls things in the atmosphere, the satellites, aircrafts, even the radio waves and frequencies that are being used to link all these people together. Wi-Fi. All right. When you look at that blessing that Esau has been given in Genesis, the 27th chapter, all right, he's literally fulfilling that as we speak. He has control over things that we can't even see right now, certain energy waves and radio waves that are here. All right. And again, it ultimately goes down to the blessing he received and the power that he received from those spirits on the left-hand side. So he can attempt to fulfill his enterprise, as you said. So it makes all the much sense as he's considered to be the prince of the power of the air, because he has even control of that. As his height and pride and his throne is in the heavens, as the scriptures say, he has the power to utilize the things of the air that are invisible. And it plays a huge role and huge impact on everything that's taking place on the tangible world that we see, you know. But it says, to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. All right. And ultimately, again, that's going into Esau. And through this cloud, through this technology, he's been able to alter the minds and control the minds of these people that are here through this witchcraft to make them woo and wonder after his miracles and such. You know, you got it, brother.
That's beautiful. And through those scientific advances, like as you said, that's how he's become puffed up. You know, that's how he's become, in his mind, the most high, man. You know, this nigga has satellites in orbit in the heavens, out in space, okay, that can monitor the planet Earth in real time. Okay, he can see everything on the Earth in real time at that moment. Okay, no delay, no nothing, man. Once again, trying to be like the most high. Okay, how you say the word omnipotent? You know, all knowing, you know, that's him. You know, get right into it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pull it up. Bear with us. All right, because this video is good. This guy did a good job. Just gonna dissect it. All right, this one is the title is The Satanic Metaverse Fake World, The Snare. Wake up, people. All right, so let's play. We'll get right to it.
This is a quickie, at least I hope it's a quick one. I want to draw your attention to this story. Facebook reportedly to change their name. It says here, it comes as Mark Zuckerberg plans to stress that his company is focusing on building the Metaverse. And also as the company deals with the fallout from a series of news reports and whistleblower complaints about how it handles user safety. It says here, forget about that last bit. That's all baloney. It's the first part everyone should be paying attention to. And I'm going to go into this in further videos in more detail, but they are changing their name because it says they are focusing on building the metaverse. What's the metaverse? That is the digital prison I've been talking about in these videos. That is the huge digital technocratic tyranny that is being brought in from all angles right now, through passports, through digital IDs, through social credit systems planned in the future, through the digital currencies. They are setting up the programmable digital money where they can dictate what and how you spend your money.
Can you pause real quick, bro?
Surveillance tracking.
Yep.
It's funny too because when you look at the screen, you've been seeing that symbol a lot of places lately. It's all good. I'll wait. You've been seeing that symbol a lot of places lately. All right. And when I was watching this video right here before we started going live, and I saw that, this even made me think about a virus, you know what I'm saying? The shape of an actual virus, you know? So it's like they've been programming people and manipulating people, you know what I'm saying, to really wonder and worship the beast. You know what I'm saying? Because when you see that symbol, you think of, you know, or I should say this, I at least thought about, you know what I'm saying, Crown Royal, you know what I'm saying? Yep. I'm not going to say it for YouTube purposes and everything, but this symbol right here has been coming up here a lot lately. And it's part of that systematic programming that this devil pushes to get you intertwined. You know, I forgot how it's worded, but when they show certain symbols all over the place, they do that to reel you in. So whenever something happens, you'll already be able to follow it and willing to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because even when you look at this whole Crown Royal 19 thing and the lockdowns and everything that's taking place, they force you to sit at the house and literally utilize the Internet of Things a lot more. People are working from home, kind of like that video that was played as the introduction, going into how you're being conditioned to work from home, to sit at the house, to really be into the cloud. You know what I'm saying? And all that really stemmed from this, which again, we know that this was their agenda from the beginning of time, but it just shows you that systematic program that they do, even with imagery, you know, to prepare your mind to get you ready for something that's getting ready to come. So I found that interesting as I was watching that video when that picture had popped up. Okay.
Beautiful.
Tracing and tagging you everywhere you go and everything you do. This is the metaverse they are talking about. It's not just Facebook. It's going to be everywhere. That's the plan. When you people, well, certain people, the majority of people, I believe, who download these passport apps and they use them to go to events, they are falling into this trap. What exactly is the metaverse? Metaverse is a broad term. It generally refers to shared virtual world environments which people can access via the internet. The term can refer to the digital spaces which are made more lifelike by the use of virtual reality, VR or augmented reality, AR. It's also used in the gaming world. What they are going to do with these digital prisons is they are going to turn your life into a game. They call it gamification. Gamification is adding game mechanics into non-game environments.
You see this?
That's right.
Gamification, man. Man, you want to speak on that? I know we was talking about that earlier, you know?
Yeah, I would love to, bro. And I actually had that definition pulled up right here on my computer. All right, hopefully it doesn't trip out too much because there was two parts that I wanted to pull up. But the first one, just for the audience to have a more broad understanding of this gamification that this individual is talking about. Now, when you go into what gamification is, and I read the definition and I'll speak on it plainly, but it says gamification, the application of typical elements of game playing. All right, example, it says point scoring, competition with others, rules of play. Now, earlier, the guy mentioned going into how they're trying to utilize this metaverse so you can actually bank on there, so you can actually have access to shop and do all these different things. And when you even look at the video game world, and even how that came into really about, I mean, we can say the 60s, 70s, But around the 90s and 2000s was really when they evolved on that, you know? And even for those of y'all that might remember, this is around 2007, 2008, when the Xbox 360 received a huge update to the point where you could actually create an avatar that looked like yourself. All right. And within that, you could go on YouTube, you can go on, you know, Yahoo, and they really elevated the whole gamification realm on these video games. All right. And now you have the VR helmet, all these different things to the point where you're actually involved in that personally. All right. And they're talking about how you can actually do online marketing. You can work from home. You don't got to actually go into the job. It's going to be your actual avatar that is going to play the position as you. And ultimately, this is Satanism and magic at its finest. All right. This is straight, as we see here. When you even go into the word demon, it means intelligence. Okay. So they are using this actual intelligence that we see here, this artificial intelligence, to really play a big role in them fulfilling their enterprise. But I wanted to touch on that gamification, and I wish my computer wasn't tripping because there was more stuff that I wish that I'm trying to put in, but my computer is just tripping out right now. Okay. All right. But pretty much, you know, there we go. Hold on. There we go. It just popped down. The water y'all about shooting, I was shy. All right. Because I also had this pulled up because it says people also ask, what is the concept of gamification? And it says gamification is adding game mechanics into non-game environments. Man. All right. Like what exactly what we're seeing with this whole metaverse. What they're doing is putting game mechanics into the world and creating a world out of it. All right. Creating an avatar. You can interview the avatar. Instead of interviewing your boss person face to face, it's your avatar. All right. And then it says like a website, online community, learning management system, or business. It says intranet to increase participation. All right. So they're using gaming, all right, in this what's the word? Artificial world to have everybody participate. Look, if you're not a gamer, it's okay. You don't gotta be a gamer. If you like shopping, if you like nature, if you want to go out in space and see the stars and see the galaxies and nebula, put that VR helmet on. If you want to go to work, you can do that. Okay. And there's a little more to it, bro. Unless you got any points or anything.
No, I got that Micah 2-in-1, you know?
Okay. Oh man, beautiful. Beautiful. But it says online community, learning management system, or business intranet to increase participation. And that's that entertainment we were talking about to draw you in. It says the goal of gamification is to engage with consumers. Okay. It says employees and partners to inspire, collaborate, share, to interact. So they're using the video game realm and the artificial realm to get everybody to interact and be in unison in that cloud that we were talking about. And they're doing it in a very satanic way as a snare, but at the same time, they're doing it in an appealing way to the world to make everybody, as we keep saying, wonder after this beast. And it just shows you how this ties in to the actual image of the beast. Okay. They're using gamification to get everybody involved to wonder after the beast. You got it, brother.
Hey, this is some high level left hand deep shit, man. All right. Let me add on to you, brother. This is Micah 2. All right. Micah 2-1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity. All right. This is all the iniquity and plans and wiles of the devil, man. All right. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. All right. So this power was given unto this devil to be able to perform these things, man. These lying wonders, these miracles, to woo the planet. All right. To get involved in this ultimate trap. You know. That's right. Got another one.
Hey, really quick, ICR, Baba Shaw. I would pull it up on my computer, but it's acting up. But whenever you get a chance, after you bring your precept out, could you go into that word practice there in Micah, the 2nd chapter? Whenever the time fulfills.
Well, I got you. I got you. Matter of fact, I go into it now. Hold on, and then I'll get the next precept after that.
All right, water, bro.
Yeah, I ain't the bar, brother. Got you. All right, so We hit that mic at 2, and we're going to go into that word practice.
Because as you're looking it up, it said as they're in their beds. Now, obviously, it doesn't mean sleep, but as these devils, Esau, Edom, starting even with these Chaldeans, these elites, the modern day Chaldeans, I should say, they're at their rest right now. This is their heaven. All right, just as we're waiting on our rest, where we're ruling, where we can practice righteous enterprise. On the left-hand side, they have the power to do it because they're in their kingdom. All right, they have control over all these things. All right, so they have the power to actually, as we're going into the word, practice it because the power is in their hands. You got it, bro.
So this word for practice in the blue letter here, it says to do, fashion, accomplish, make. It says to do work, make, produce, to deal with, to act with effect or effect, to make. Okay, prepare, produce, to make an offering, to attend, observe, celebrate, to acquire property, to appoint, ordain, institute.
That's right. That's right. And what it stood out to me, out of many things that we can say, because it says to produce. All right, and you can't produce without people consuming. All right, and we went into gamification and how it's ultimately made to make a lot of people to participate and consume this production that they're putting out there, right? And then one of the words was to work. All right, to practice is to work. Now, when you read 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, and I'll just summarize it, you know what I'm saying? I'll just briefly summarize it. But when you go into 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, starting at verse 9 to verse 12, it goes into he who is coming is after the working of Satan. All right, which we know Esau, Edom, all right, as he who's coming was after the working of Satan. And when you go into that word working in the Greek, that word is pronounced energia. Okay, it's pronounced energia. And when you go into that definition, and that's where you get energy from too. But when you go into that actual definition, it literally means to be spiritual, like literally spiritual power and miracles on the left-hand side. All right, which shows you it's higher than the actual physical. It's than the physical, but it's spiritual wickedness in those high places. And then when you jump down to verse 12 in 2 Thessalonians 2, all right, it goes into how it says he was able to and this is loosely paraphrasing. Matter of fact, just to bring up 12 really quick.
You got it, because that's all part of the that's all part of that transcendence. Him going to a higher level, but he's doing it in the way of wickedness on the left hand. That those enchantments, sorcery,
That's right, bro. Bro. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Hold on one sec, bro. So
take your time.
Okay, this is it right here. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 11. And it says, for this cause, and the cause that we went into was what was quoted. He was coming is after the working of Satan. He was able to do the lying wonders, as the scriptures say. For all this cause, what was the effect of that? Because we went into the production. They were able to produce with this left-handed energy. Now, what is the effect of all of this? This is verse 11. And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Now, the crazy thing, when you go into that word strong there, for strong delusion, it is the same word for the word working, or he who's coming is after the working of Satan. The word for strong and the word for working are both energia in the Greek, which literally means like spiritual power on the left-hand side of the act of the miracles, man. So we see that this is nothing but just his hypnosis and his magic that he's doing. And the only ones that are not going to be deceived of this, fully deceived of that, are going to be the elect. Because we even have certain truthers that are out here that won't stand with it. But when they see they can't eat, they can't drink, and do none of these different things, they're gonna submit to it at the end of the day. And we've seen that with this whole Maxine Waters ordeal that they're practicing. But I wanted to just bring that point out, brother, for water.
That's beautiful. That was heavy too, because really, the metaverse is a big ass strong delusion. It's one big ass strong delusion, false reality, man. Which the people are going to get caught up in, because when you further read down in the verse, it talks about how it says pretty much how they're going to die because they didn't want to receive the love of the truth.
That's right.
Come on, man.
Beautiful.
real quick before I go back to the video, Psalm 64, verse 6, and it reads, it says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both their inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. So what we're witnessing here, this crafty counsels of the wicked, this stuff is deep, man. You know, this is some high level left-handed energy that's going out right now, man. Witchcraft, you know,
That's right.
That's going to ensnare the planet, you know. So let's go back. All right, bear with me. Okay, where were we at? Okay, there we go. Gamification. Yeah, that's right.
This is where social credit comes in, awarding you points, awarding you tokens, like in a game, because you didn't take.
And real quick, I haven't seen this Ready Player One that you sent to me, but I'm pretty sure brothers have. I saw the brother Debar Gabash put it on the chat. But what happened in this movie? Can you say real quick?
Yeah, I can definitely do a brief abridgment of it. When you go into it, it's literally the metaverse, bro. Literally the metaverse. It's based on the future. There was a person kind of like a Mark Zuckerberg figure, and he pretty much created what was called the Oasis in like 2025. And about 20 years later after that, that's when they was actually able to fulfill it. But what it literally is the metaverse, bro. If you want to go anywhere, you have your avatars that you can create. You can make them look like aliens. You can make an avatar look like Spawn. You can make them look like, look like Will Smith from Men in Black. It don't matter, and it's pretty much this online community that the whole world is involved in, and it's pretty much that they get away from the world pretty much. You know what I'm saying? There was people that were killing themselves because if you die on there, you lose all your tokens, all your earnings, all your money. So it get to the point where people would actually kill themselves, which we know that's going to take place today because they were showing you on that movie. But when you even go into the modern world and why they wanted to escape to that digital world, everything was just beat down. It was, pollution everywhere. It was just bad. You know what I'm saying? So they would go into this, what was called the Oasis. They would go into this Oasis where they could actually fulfill those dreams that they were not able to fulfill in the regular world. So it was a comfort for oppression. You know what I'm saying? It's a crucial movie. Definitely encourage y'all to watch it in these times.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get after it today.
Come on.
Your car to work, you did well, you get a token. Or if you wear energy harvesting footwear when you go for a run, you get rewarded, you get tokens and points. That makes you a good citizen, and therefore you are allowed more freedom. But if you're a bad citizen, your travel tokens will be taken away for a couple of weeks, and your integrity score will be low. And when an employer who maybe wants to hire you looks at your integrity score, they won't want to hire you anymore because they will have access to all of this information from your passport. You will be blacklisted if you don't comply. This is gamification in this planned digital enslavement world. And Facebook, of course, are well into all of this. This is the plan. It's called the Metaverse. They want to create digital twins of you in the virtual world, just like that game Sims, and this digital twin will exist in the Metaverse as you. And your digital twin will live in a digital copy of the world. In that Metaverse, they can fine or penalize you in that world, in that Metaverse, to your digital twin. And when they do that, they also do it to you also in the real world, or what we now perceive as the real world around us. That's how it will work. And it works because those who now sign up to the passports, who sign up to the Metaverse, will have given away their real life values to the Metaverse. Just like, say, for example, we have cash, don't we? We have cash in our pockets, money, we buy stuff with cash. If people accept a cashless world and accept a digital currency that will only exist in the Metaverse, you've let go of the real world option of cash. And now they can control you through the digital twin in the Metaverse, which enslaves you in the real world. I hope that makes sense. I will go into this in more detail later.
And see, that's where the MOTB. That's when that's gonna come into play, man. And you're gonna be trapped. See, Esau is gonna be able to tap into you, your spirit. He's gonna be able to control your body. He's gonna be able to basically control your life, man. Watch what you spend. Cut off your money supply.
That's right.
You know. Hey, what was that movie where they had the they were basically living off borrowed time? They had like it was like a time movie, and when they were running out of time, basically they were essentially put up to death.
I forgot what it's called, but I know the movie you're talking about. I forgot what it's called.
It's gonna be just like that, you know.
That's right.
This is what he's playing.
What'd you say, Op?
No, I was just saying that's right.
What is incoming, and it doesn't take much imagination to know that is a nightmare. Ubiquitous acceptance of smartphones has really led to the problems we are having now. The passports being introduced, the QR codes, the ability for authorities to use this technology to now control large portions of society, block people from going to their jobs, entering buildings, etc., etc. And they plan on further control with social credit systems, cashless societies. The UK government announced last week they are bringing in point reward systems in 2022 in January to influence the public to buy what they want you to buy. We even got the
point
already telling you to
say that again. Huh?
No, I just want to bring out a quick point, just going into this, you know, because they're talking about the cashless and everything and using, you know what I'm saying, what they plan on using. Now, you know, this may, because he also mentioned earlier going into how you would have an integrity score. All right. And people would look at that integrity score to validate your popularity or how reliable that you are. And this makes me think of, for those of y'all that probably know, for those of y'all that might not, we keep alluding back to Black Mirror. All right. Or that show that's on Black Mirror. And if you haven't checked out Black Mirror, definitely encourage you to watch it, especially in the times that we're in right now, because literally all this is being mimicked. All right. And for those of y'all that might not necessarily know what the Black Mirror represents, when you turn your TV off, when you turn your computer screen off, when you turn your phone screen off, that's literally a Black Mirror. All right. So that's why when you watch that show, it's technological advancements. It's based on a future, not, you know what I'm saying, a future hyper, you know what I'm talking about, technical, you know what I'm saying, era.
A transcendent universe, you know?
That's the water, brother. A transcendent universe. All right. And you see on that show how they use technology, the phones, the TVs and everything to really reel you in. All right. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're using this Black Mirror or this technology to do it. And now they're putting you inside of it. All right. And that even, and you know, I'm going to say it very briefly, but that even goes to witchcraft within itself. All right. Because for those of y'all that might not know, all right, back before we had the TVs and television and everything like that. All right. You know, back when it was just stones and brick and hay. All right. Those witches would conjure spirits and they would have mirrors, black mirrors in front of them to do that. All right. Even when for those of you that might remember the Disney cartoon Snow White, and you had that witch that would go into that black mirror and she would summon and she would communicate with a demon, and that demon would give her ideas and such on what to do. Okay. And they've pretty much just exemplified that and put that in the palm of your hand. All right. Now, I will say this too, on the righteous end, we have been blessed with the internet for the Lord to get this truth out, which is why it makes sense why this is the modern day Urim and the Thummim. All right. But this is all stuff that comes from the heavens. All right. We have the power to access it and utilize it on the right hand side. And they have to access the power to utilize it and access it on the left hand side. But this is still that energia that comes from the heavens. The only thing about Esau is he's utilizing the left-handed aspects of it to fulfill his enterprise, or attempt to, as I should say. All right. But I just wanted to, expound on that really quick. That point popped in my mind as we was watching that, bro.
So essentially the black mirror itself is like a portal, right?
Yes. Yes.
And that's what was pushed at that what's his name? Travis
That's right. Travis Scott.
Travis Scott. All right. We had all that demonic shit at the concert, hundreds of bodies dropped. It's videos of fucking demons jumping in the crowd.
Yep.
You know, this is some high level witchcraft, man. Like this is
That's
crazy.
right, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And then you had mentioned about the Chaldeans, because really today they call them technocrats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is what? Your Bill Gates, all right, your Elon Musk, what's his name? Bozos, whatever his name is.
Jeff Bezos.
You know what I'm saying? But these are like your modern day Chaldeans, so to speak, man. Because weren't the Chaldeans, aren't those the wise men of Babylon? Like the Babylon wise men? You know? So it's essentially that's those technocrats today. And they were high level witches, you know,
That's right.
high level warlocks. So all this stuff is coming to fruition as we see right now. You know, that's heavy up. You know,
man.
Going back.
Eat less meat and fly less. If people don't wise up to the digital control infrastructure being set up all around them, they won't be asking you in the future to eat less meat. You know, they will be telling you and threatening you with digitally cutting you out of the system if you don't obey them. That is, of course, if people are stupid enough to continue to walk headlong into this digital trap. I won't be in that situation because I won't be signing up to no system, even if it means I'll be foraging in the woods, in the wilderness somewhere. I'm not going to be part of this fake new world because that's what it is. I see people now already, I've seen numerous posts here and there online, people looking back with fondness to the 80s or to the 90s and going, oh, I remember back then when everything was so much better. People are already doing that because they can feel this negativity out there. You see, the problem is that this digital trap, these control freaks, they see it as much more than just a way of enslaving people and controlling them. Bear in mind that the proposed smart cities of the future will be digital prisons for those captured in this digital trap. But to these control freaks, it's much more than that. To them, it's a religion. This technology is the brave new world to them. They are trying to create a metaverse, a world within a world, a digital fake copy of this world, and then controlling you through that with your digital twin. They want you to swap your real world and join them in the fake digital world, a cashless world, and for you to surrender all your real world control to their fake digital metaverse world so that they can control you in both. Here's a couple of adverts from Finland.
Yeah, that big ass cell phone. That was that Black Mirror, that portal.
Hey, that's right. That's right, brother. God.
Crazy.
Man. Bro, come on.
Come on, man. Hey, you see this?
Man, I got a precept really quick if I may.
You got it, brother.
This is Isaiah chapter 47, and I'm going to jump to the point, and this is going into those Chaldeans that we were talking about, right? All right, the judgment of the Chaldeans. But this is what they fulfill right here. This is Isaiah 47:10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, because they do it in those high places. That's what they did back then in ancient Babylon. They would go into those ziggurats and such, and they would actually practice and summon those spirits and everything. Now they do it today in their own places, all right, where they're saying nobody can see us. We're doing it in such an appealing advertising way to make everybody want it, you know, but in our actuality, you know, it's spiritual wickedness, okay? But it says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. And this type of technology that he's created right here has puffed them up, as you had stated earlier, to make them believe that they are. All right. Instead of, you know, going to the mountains and going to these different areas, we'll put you in there ourselves by using this portal. but really it's access for all these demons and these spirits to jump on your ass, man. You know, but you got it, brother. I just want to bring that precept up.
Yeah, that's a heavy point, man. And through this technology, look at society today, man. You know, this type of technology and all of that, this so-called advancement in technology has bugged the planet out.
Yes,
you know, demons on everybody, you know what I'm saying? Social media, narcissism, you know, et cetera, man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that clip at the end was from the John Carpenter Prince of Darkness movie where they try to bring the devil through this mirror. But you see, that Finland advert, that is what they want people to do. They want people to leave this world and go through into a new magical digital world. And of course, they're trying to coerce you, persuade you, encourage you, and if not, threaten you into doing this through the window of a smartphone.
Mm-hmm.
Because without that gadget, the gadget that we have allowed into our homes, without that, they could never have started this ball rolling. And when I say they, I'm talking about the governments around the world pushing these passports, the UN, the World Economic Forum, their puppet masters, the super rich bloodline families, etc., etc. These organizations that are pushing it want you to go through the smartphone looking glass and exist in this digital fake world. And they are going to try and make you really want to do that. Facebook yesterday announced they are changing their name to Meta because they want to fit into this new metaverse world. And they say, of course, it's amazing. Mark Zuckerberg talks about how he spends so much time in his virtual forest, how you'll be wearing glasses that will alter the world around you. It's a fake world. It's not real. You ever have a friend who was just pretending to be your friend in order to get something from you or using you as a stepping stone? It sucks, right? I mean, look at this presentation from yesterday.
Go ahead. What you got?
God, I'm going to start in Psalms and I'm going to end it in Revelation 13. Okay, because he said it's a fake world. All of it's fake. All right, it's pretty much an idol. Okay, now this is the book of Psalms, chapter 114. I'm sorry. Hold on, I think it's 115. I actually just had it.
115 verses 4 through 8, right?
Yes, sir. The water. This is Psalms 115, starting at chapter. Let's see here. So I'm gonna start go just to the point. This is Psalms 115 and 4. It says, "Their idols are silver and gold, the work of men's hands. They have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. Noses have they, but they smell not. They have hands, but they handle not. Feet have they, but they walk not. Neither speak they through their throat. All right. They that make them are like unto them. So is everyone that trusteth in them." And when you go into this, it's talking about those idols. Now, back then, those idols were actual statues and such that actually had the mouths, the noses, and all of that. And people would come down there and worship it. And when you go into those idols, there was a whole lore, a whole folklore and legacy that was tied behind those idols to make people woo and wonder after it. Okay. And that was just based off of something that couldn't move or couldn't speak, just an idol. And it goes to show you how deep and crafty this devil is, because when you go here in Revelation, the 13th chapter, all right, because the idol is an image. Okay. Now, when you read this in Revelation chapter 13, and I'm going to start at verse 13. All right. It says, "And he doeth great wonders," because back then them idols didn't move. They were just there. Right. They didn't speak to anything. But it says, "And he doeth great wonders, so he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men." And when you can go into this, look at the technology. We mentioned it earlier, starting around the Industrial Revolution. They literally changed the game technology-wise, created weaponry instead of the sword, the bow. They created bombs and such to come down All this is through his technology. Okay. Now let's continue. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. All right. And when you look at the beast, all right, obviously, it's, Esau, but there's even more to that. All right. Because you have America, NATO, the EU. All right. And they all join together and lead together to really push this information out there to make people wonder after this type of stuff. Okay. Now, when you continue, it says, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. All right. And verse 15 says this, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Because back then, the images just sat still. They had noses, but they couldn't smell, eyes, but they couldn't see, and so forth. Now, today, they have the ability to move around and do the Harlem Shake. All right. And again, that's to entertain you or to draw you in. That's why everybody's wondering after that. And this is a miracle at the end of the day. All right. This is a miracle, y'all.
That technology, technology, the projections, the holograms.
That's right.
This 4K stuff. All you know what I'm saying? Like
that's right.
Hey, this is heavy. Go ahead, Salakia.
No, it's all good. The water. And it's like, because you said, just brought up a beautiful point, 4K, 8K, all these different things. You're able to access that by the click of a button on a TV with a black mirror on it. Man. When you look at the circuitry behind it and everything, it's so many little knick-knack things that they was able to find out and put together to create a picture, to make it walk around and move. Now, I'm not saying if you have a TV, obviously, and watch it, that's an idol and it's idol worship. All right. Anything can become an idol if you put too much time to it. But what we're saying is what this beast has done is they are literally transforming this into an idol. The image of the beast isn't just Metaverse. This whole infrastructure that we see that they push is the image of the beast. And with this Metaverse, you just see how they're really fulfilling this right here. All right. It's part of the fulfillment of that. Okay. And there's a little more to it, bro. And you got it.
You got it, bro.
But it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak. All right. Because again, them idols weren't speaking before, but now they're speaking, moving. It says, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And how was that killing going to start? With slander. Oh, you one of those different people. You can already see this with the jab. All right. You're already singled out. Revelation 12:10 goes into how he categorized them pretty much. All right. He put them in a box, put us in a box. And that's what's going to take place to the point where later on that insurrection is going to happen. We're already blacklisted and blue listed as terrorists and such. If you read the Bible under Project Megiddo. All right. So we really just see how all this is being fulfilled to the point where they're going to want to come up against us. And even not even just the elites, but even people around you are going to want to come up against you because they see you're the oddball out of the bunch. You're not with this extravagant program that they've created. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to make them want to slander you and such to the point where it's going to lead a lot of people to death or martyrdom. You got it, brother. Just want to bring the precepts out, bro.
No, that's beautiful because you're not accepting this way of life, this new transcendent way of life. That's you get casted out of society. You see, he has the social credit score and all of that tied to it, so he can basically ruin you.
That's right.
You all tied to the system. So if you don't want to abide by their rules, he can just get rid of you.
That's right.
And they showed you that in Black Mirror. I forgot the episode, but like if you weren't an upstanding citizen, so to speak, your social credit score dropped, and you was casted away. You was casted to the lowlifes, man. You didn't enjoy the amenities. You didn't enjoy none of the pleasure and amenities of the people in society. You was at the bottom. Same thing.
That's right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow.
Let's go back. Okay.
Work from home. You can wear whatever you like if you're working from home. You won't miss your workmates. You won't miss the banter of other people. You can still meet digital avatars of your work colleagues in the metaverse. You don't need friends anymore. We will provide AI digital friends for you in the metaverse. Everything these people stand for is about creating a soulless, vacuous world for you to inhabit. They despise humanity. They don't want you to have friends. They don't want you to connect with real people. They want to turn you into a robot drone and have you stuck in your house alone. Here is this weirdo trying to sell you the idea of existing in a fake world for your job.
To reflect who we are and what we hope to build, I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta. Hey, and welcome to Connect. Today, we're going to talk about the Metaverse. Imagine you put on your glasses or headset and you're instantly in your home space.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah, just gotta find something to wear. All right, perfect. Boz, is that you?
Of course it's me. You know I had to be the robot, man.
I thought I was supposed to be the robot.
There you are, hanging out with your robot
Arsenal.
friends.
Yeah, got you.
Bro, when you watch that movie Ready Player One, that is it to the T. That is it. You know what I'm saying? Like that movie came out in 2018 and it's the exact same thing, bro.
Heavy.
You know what I'm saying? Just wanted to say that because that's, you see how they are gearing people up for this right here. You know, you got it, bro.
Gotcha. That's right. Hey, the brother said on the comment board, these devils are bugged out.
Man, facts. This nigga's a madman.
These devils crazy, man. God damn.
Man.
They want to take away natural human interactions. Basically take away humanity and replace it with a digital algorithm. They want you to pray to a digital AI god, worship at a digital altar, work in a pretend fake digital world that they are the creators of, and you are then, therefore, their possessions. They don't want you to have fulfilling friendships and relationships. They want you to interact with robots in their fake created world. Interact with robots who have no feelings, who have no emotions, who have no soul. It's about erasing humanity and replacing it with a super controlled and monitored digital recreation of it, where the humans are surrogated, suspended, imprisoned in their homes, while the digital twin lives in this soulless metaverse under complete control. Well, you can screw that. They will try and make this sound as attractive as possible to lure you in, but only a fool will give up.
You already said, make this as attractive as possible to lure you in, to woo you.
That's right.
You know? To get you to fall for the bait.
Something so precious and real and swap it for something that doesn't exist. We are living in the most deceptive of times, where they look to place you into a fake world for you to exist in.
Man, heavy video. I got it.
Man, like
you got something?
You said what, bro?
I got that Ephesians, the 6th chapter too.
That's the spirit. I was just that's exactly what I was about to say. You know, I can read it for you if you want, bro.
Yeah, Bible Kusha.
Okay, con. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6. And let's see here. It's not a good point.
6 and 10.
This is Ephesians. Yep. Verse 12. Let's see here.
Got you.
I'll start at verse 10.
Okay.
This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that we may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Yeah, the whole armor, man. The whole doctrine, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the covering of the Lord, man. Okay? Because like you said earlier, you quoted the scripture that basically the elect won't be deceived. You know, if it were possible, you know, they would deceive the very elect. You see, remember, the rest of the planet, they're gonna get caught up in this storm. You know, so you gotta have the eyes to see, you gotta have the light dwelling with you in order to withstand this thing in these times. You know, Go ahead, Op.
That's right. Beautiful. This is Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, which are demons, spirits,
Yep.
against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, these Chaldeans, these high-level sorcerers and such. All right. Obviously, we know Esau, Edom is the devil. All right. But there's a whole administration behind his demonology and how he conducts himself to be in a position that he's in right now, that he's been blessed with. As you brought up the precept earlier in Micah chapter 2, verse 10. All right. You know, when they lay upon their beds, they practice it because they have the power in their hands. This is what we are fighting against. All right. Which makes sense why Paul alluded to this man being likened unto Pharaoh when you read it in Romans, the 9th chapter. Okay. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Man.
All right. You got it, bro.
No, I mean, I'm just going to add on, like, this is truly spiritual warfare at the highest level, man. Okay. What we're witnessing, or what the videos that we went throughout this lesson is showing you the ultimate plans of the elites, man, on how they want to basically enslave humanity in a digital world, in a fake ass world, man. You know, you enslaved in a digital world with a damn CHIP in you. All right. And your body and your spirit, your whole energy, your whole makeup is in full control of the devil, man. That's how that's what they plan to do.
That's right. God, you remember when the whole 5G started coming out, they were making statements how they were trying to hurry up and push the 6th generation right afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like 5G just came out and now they're like, we got to push next generation, 6th generation and such. You know, like it makes much more sense why they were so adamant about putting these, putting these towers up and doing it in a very prompt time because of what they plan on executing with this whole metaverse ordeal and everything, you know. And obviously you made mention of it earlier going into where it shows you that charagma has to come soon. All right. Because when they put that piece of technology in you, it makes sense. You know, how I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know the science behind it. But it doesn't sound far-fetched to me how it's going to be adaptable with this whole system that they're putting out here. You know what I'm saying? You know, it only makes sense.
Yep. That's why the juice, that's why the snake piss, this metaverse that we're witnessing, these are all like the prelude to it.
That's
right. Because the MOTB is kind of like the stamp. You know what I'm saying? Like the last thing that's going to seal it all over, you know?
That's right. That's right. And when you read Revelation 13, it goes into the pattern of the dragon and how that dragon was wounded, you know, and it was healed, you know what I'm saying? And then it, goes into the beast. It goes into how they fought against the saints, which is us, the Israelites, put us in slavery and such. And then it goes on how they did it. They used magic and miracles and everything like to make everybody get gravitated in. And then at the end of the chapter, it goes into what you just said, the charagma. It doesn't mention it in the beginning of the chapter. When John saw this vision, he literally saw a pattern of what took place. And then the final process of that was that charagma. Okay. So it even shows you that this whole snake piss that you had mentioned, this ain't the charagma. You know what I'm saying? This metaverse ain't the charagma. These are all things that are gearing up to it because prophecy says that was going to happen after his miracles and all that was performed. It's gonna be a stamp of approval to seal the deal of it. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful, beautiful. You had any more?
Nah, that's it, bro.
I got this real quick in Job. Okay, because ultimately, as the scriptures tell you, I think it's like Job 21, right when he's about to fill his belly, you know, at the height of his sufficiency. Because really, this is where we're pretty much in that time where he's like about to fill his belly, the height of his sufficiency. He thinks that he has his new world set up, the great what they call it, the great reset.
That's right.
You know, like they licking their chops like, okay, we're almost here. We need to push forward the agenda, the whole climate change, the COP26, you know, all these high level meetings. They're like right at that point where they actually feel like they're going to fulfill this thing. Right. But we know what? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to come crash the party. Right. All right. Let me get that in Job real quick. I got it. Job 5 and 12. All right. Job chapter 5, verse 12, and it reads, it says, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. You see that? So the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, is going to throw a monkey wrench in their plan, so to speak. You know,
right.
They're not going to fully be able to relish and dwell on that enterprise that they're trying to perform, which is essentially what? This new world order under Satan. Okay? The Lord is not going to allow that to fully come to pass. All right? Because when that comes, total destruction, World War III, the missiles, you know, the Lord coming back, the host of angels, devouring this place, man, taking down his whole empire, this whole Edomite power structure that governs the earth. You know, it's all going to be done away with, you know?
Beautiful. Man. Beautiful scripture.
Come on. I got one more, too.
Come on.
All right. This is Psalms
like this.
1.
Oh, slack.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Make your point.
Yeah, kind of. I was gonna say while you're looking it up, these are these great things that he's speaking. You know, that you read about in Daniel the 7th chapter. You know what I'm saying? That you read about in Revelation 13. These are these great things right here. You know what I'm saying? Like this is literally taking place, and that's why everybody's admiring it right now. They're looking at it like a great ordeal to take place, a change that'll stop a lot of things. But really, it's a portal. It's a portal to get you to join league with Satan, man.
Heavy.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it makes sense where it said he spoke those great things and even blasphemed all these things, even the things that are in heaven and on earth. All right? Because he's telling you this way right here is really how we want it to be done. The original way ain't going to fly no more. The Heavenly Father's way ain't going to fly. This is the way, this is the way, walk ye in it. On the left-hand side. You know what I'm saying? You shall not surely die, as Elder Yasawamba always makes a statement. You shall not surely die. This is this playing out to the T. But these are great swelling words that they're speaking, you know?
Yeah. He's trying to establish his left-hand blessing. He's telling the world, like, look, forget about the Lord's kingdom. Hey, this is the real heaven right here I'm giving you. This is the real kingdom right here, you know? This is how he's presented it, you know? Man. That's why the Lord got to take this man out, man.
That's right. That's right, bro.
Psalms 140, straight to the point. All right. Psalms 140, and I start at 7, and I'll read it out to 11. All right. Psalms 140, verse 7. It says, O power, Yahweh Shem Shai, the strength of my salvation, thou hast covered my head in the day of battle. And that word cover goes back to hedge or protect. All right. Mm-hmm. He's going to have that hedge of protection over his elect. All right. It says, verse 8, because we are in that midst of the battle right now. Okay. Verse 8, it says, grant not, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, the desires of the wicked. Further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves. Salah, see? So the Lord is not going to allow this devil to completely perform his NWO. All right? It says, as for the head of those that compass me about, let the mischief of their own lips cover them. Let burning coals fall upon them. Let them be cast into the fire, into deep pits, that they rise not up again. It says, let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. It says, evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him. So this is what we're telling you through the spirit of prophecy. Okay, that Yahweh Shem Shai is going to bring that ultimate destruction to this man's power. Okay, he's going to dethrone this damn devil, man. Okay, so right when he thinks he got it, he licking his chops, he rubbing his hands together like Birdman and shit. Mm-hmm. The Most High going to destroy this man. Okay, and that's when the real kingdom, the real New World Order under Yahweh Shai, okay, is going to be established on the earth forever, man. So that's what's coming, right. Man. You know?
Man, beautiful, beautiful. Man, where is that scripture in Titus where it goes to abstain from idols?
I can find it real quick.
It's kind of like a conclusion he was given. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Because they were surrounded, by these Gentiles that were heavily into it. You know what I'm saying? Again, my blue letter is acting up, so, I wish I could pull it up on there.
Let me see. Titus, let me see.
It says pretty much like to abstain from idols.
I got one scripture here in Acts 15. Would that work? Okay. Acts 15. Okay. It says, Acts 15 and 20, it says, but but that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols and from fornication and things strangled and from blood. That may not be it. You said Titus, though. Hold on.
Yeah, it's I'm pulling up right here. I got my second phone.
Gotcha. All right, I'm trying to find it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's in 1 John chapter 5, verse 21. Forgive me.
Let me get it. 1 John chapter 5. Okay. I'll read it for you. Okay, you said 1 John chapter 5. Let me get there. 1 John chapter 5 and verse man, okay, yeah, we brought this out before. Yeah, this is spirit, brother.
Can you start at 20?
Yeah, I can start at 19 real quick.
Okay.
Read down to 21 because that's the key point that we were saying in this lesson here. All right. 1 John chapter 5 and verse 19, it says, and we know that we are of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. All right. And we always bring this out, that word lieth. When you look it up, matter of fact, I'll pull it in the screen because we always bring this out for edification. Okay. Real quick, bear with me. 1 John 5 and 19. Okay. It says, we know that we are of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and the whole world lieth in wickedness, right? So you go to this word lieth, the whole world lieth in wickedness. That Greek word is kamai, and the point, definition C down here, it says lies in the power of the evil one, i.e. is held in subjection by the devil.
Man, hey, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
There you go. Right? So reading on, verse 20, 1 John 5 and 20, and we know that the Son of the Most High has come and have given us an understanding that we may know him that is true. And we are in him that is true, even the Son of Yahushua HaMashiach. This is the true power and eternal life. Verse 21, little children, keep yourselves from idols. Amen.
I mean, it makes sense why he just ended that book right there, because these idols are heavy, especially in these times. All right. Like as John wrote that letter to the churches back then, we see clearly how it applies to us even more of in a heavy way today, because not only is the idol just there no more, but now it's moving. Now they're speaking. Now they're dancing. You know what I'm saying? And again, it says, like you had just read, keep yourselves from idols. And that word keep ultimately just goes to watch. So watch out for these snares that is out here. You know what I'm saying? Watch out for it, because they are definitely indeed these idols. You know what I'm saying? Then he just ended off, you know what I'm saying? He just ended it off right there. But we in this time right now where those idols are very heavily pushing. And we even got to control and watch how much we entertain certain things. All right, because that can ultimately become an idol. All right, if you put so much attention towards it. Okay. But that was all. That was it on that one, bro.
That was beautiful, brother. That was it. That's pretty much just looking at this list. Yeah, that's pretty much all we, the points we want to make. This is that land of sorcery and witchcraft, which the Lord is going to remove off the map.
That's right.
So these devil's plans won't proceed any further, man. All right, we're at the what you call it, we're about at the climax of the movie. All right, so we're at the point where tribulation, persecution, great destruction, Yahweh Shah coming back, and the Lord basically dropping the curtains and letting the credits roll.
That's right.
So we right there, man.
That's
so
right.
So all you brothers and you sisters included, man, just continue to hold on to the truth, man. Like we getting ready to enter in some dark times, but the Lord, he got us, man. Like Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he gonna take care of us, and we're gonna make it through this thing, man.
That's right.
Any last words, bro?
Man, love is the key. Keep the commandments.
That's right, my brother. Hey, well, look, we pray that this live lesson was edifying. Hopefully you brothers got some, some good edification, and just dealing with this whole metaverse, this snare, this beast that's pretty much upon us, that's being presented as something that is going to be beneficial to society. Hey, see through that, because we in the midst of this war, man. But hey, we're gonna close it out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth, and double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring, the house of David that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
Shalom.